Hello YouTube, Salivate Metal here, and what you're looking at here is a noticeable drop in gold and silver prices today, and we've seen in the last 5 or 6 sessions of trading the gold and silver prices increasing over the last few days and weeks here, and I think a lot of that can be attributed to several different factors, and one being the weaker US dollar, 2 geopolitical reasons and the psychological aspect involved in those. And part of that is, as a subset, would have to do with how Trump is dealing with some world leaders and some uncertainty with relations with world leaders, and also the refugee situation. The markets react in strange ways to things like that, so we shall see. But that has all been wiped away today. But the other aspect is the demand for gold has increased, and that is, I think, in part and parcel to the uncertainty that we see, probably in a larger sense that goes beyond the more recent geopolitical activities. But also, never underestimate the Asian markets and China. I believe that their influence and what goes on in those markets will keep gold at a bullish levels for the weeks and months to come. So this dip that we see today may not be there tomorrow. I believe that there'll be quick rebounds in these little dips, but nonetheless, this dip today is very deliberate because of the Trump effect. That's right, the stock market, the Dow, has reached a new high again, and I think that's part of President Trump's promise to the American people. He mentioned this morning to stay tuned for a tax plan that he's going to propose to Congress, and that has got the markets buzzing. And typically, this type of effect on the stock market, I believe, is a real effect that could cause it, because whenever business grows and the economy grows, to me that is a sign of real and positive change for the economy, and the stock market can react legitimately in those cases. The problem with the stock market, even though this is a Trump effect, is that for years, since the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008 and the recession that followed, its highs have been based off of emptiness or not genuine. It's been pumped up by a fiscal or financial steroid, so to speak, of stimulus spending and central bank printing of money, and that is still in effect and still having an effect on the stock market. And so my fear is that this Trump effect, with a real boost in the stock market, could still cause it to come closer to popping. And that's the one thing about the stock market that a lot of people, and even a lot of people who are bullish on this administration, I neglect to see that, even though that we're seeing some positive changes happening on the jobs front and hopefully with the economy, with the tax cuts and less regulations, the stock market continues to climb. Eventually that bubble's going to burst, and I think it's going to burst hard. And who knows what the outcomes could be, or what kind of ramifications, if there'll be a domino effect, or if we will recover quickly from that and it will come back and become a more realistic Dow Jones Industrial, Wilshire 5000. It's anyone's guess. But for now, we are enjoying some lower gold and silver prices, so definitely a good time to buy if you're if you have the resources to do so. So post your thoughts below on where you think gold and silver prices will go from here on out. But nonetheless, I believe that these little dips may occur from time to time, and in gold and silver prices. But I think they're going to go back up again, and I think we're going to end the year higher, maybe even much higher than we did at the beginning of the year. So I'd like to extend the multitude of gratitude you all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.